Human Services, Frank Alexander, our fearless leader, through the twists and turns and very much upside down loops that this development has taken on its way to becoming a home for our residents. Frank stayed true to the vision of what this place could mean for Boulder County and for the entire region. For those of us who had the pleasure to work with Frank, we get to experience his quest for integrating housing and human services, to see his optimism and his hope for the future every day. I welcome Frank Alexander to share his vision with you today.
Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Fun, huh?
Yeah.
Jumping jacks? We're halfway through. We're halfway through. So, first of all, I'm so honored to be here, and almost everybody in this room has touched this project or another project in this community. And, you know, I think the main thing that we've learned in this process is really our efforts to improve the quality of life and develop a healthy community. They're really founded on some really common and timeless principles. And as we work together as a community to achieve really health and well-being, it's important that we think about timelessness and our legacy and what we really stand for. Because regardless of what we do or don't do, we're always standing for something. And in the process of building this, I think what we've learned is that the quality of our life is really fundamentally built upon the content of our character. And the content of our character is what really allows us to build a caring and compassionate and healthy community. And it takes a lot of work for us to do that, because we have to recommit to one another in the process. We have to face the fact that there are certain things that are happening in our world that require attention. We don't have the quality of life that we all wish that we had. And that's largely because we have lost our sense of connection with one another. And if we can just sort of take a minute to care for each other, just a bit more, every one of us, and to care for the land that we live on, and the environment that we're responsible for, and the people that are aging within our community, and the people who are homeless within our community, and those of us that are facing a medical or financial crisis, as if they were us, the world can change pretty fast. And what we want you to take away from this moment and this day is that possibility of working for those aims together. And the folks that are going to come after me are just amazing representatives for federal and state partnerships to achieve that health and well-being, and for us to really move to the quality of life that we all need. And it has to be founded on housing, safe and stable housing for people. And it has to be founded on access to early childhood education. And it has to be founded on health care. They're really not negotiable. If we don't have education and health and well-being and safe and stable places to live, we're really never going to reach our potential. And as you walk around the room after, you'll see the signs kind of reflecting where we're at with our regional housing strategy, that our commissioners and every city council in Boulder County, 9 of them, of city and town boards, have adopted the regional plan, which we hope to spread throughout the metro area together with our partners, Denver and Westminster and Adams and others. We ask you to kind of join us, continue to join us in this effort to create a better quality of life. So first up for us, we're really lucky to have Tony Gherardini, who's stepping in for Director Reggie Bica, who's the ED of the Colorado Department of Human Services, who's testifying with Commissioner Domenico on Senate Bill 254 to help us do better child welfare activity in the state. So, Tony?
Thanks, Frank. Hi, friends. I am extremely pleased to be here and fortunate. It's oftentimes not a real positive thing when your boss says, hey, I can't make it. would you fill in for me? But this was actually an occasion where I was thrilled to receive that request. So I'm here from the Colorado Department of Human Services. I'm Deputy Executive Operations. I'm just here to share some thoughts on Kestrel and the great work being done here and how this is an example for the rest of the state. So, in human services every day, we meet people who come to us on their toughest days and ask for help. Maybe they want to put their son or daughter's education first, but they just can't make ends meet enough to afford high-quality childcare. Maybe they need help keeping the lights on this month, or they could use a hand making sure their family has a healthy, nutritious meal every night. No matter the circumstance, it's our job to be there to help those Coloradans when they need us the most. Now, in our work, we often come across community partners who are championing this mission of meeting people where they are and providing them the crucial services they need to help them through tough times. And the Kestrel Affordable Housing Community is one of those partners that I am so pleased to be here today for the grand opening ceremony on this important project. Now, Colorado has never stopped pioneering. From our innovative work in developing cutting-edge technologies and industries, to our landmark successes in creating new collaborative public policies, when it comes to making progress through new ideas, our state is always up to the challenge. Now, we hear a lot in Colorado, whether from the news or folks who come to us at the department every day and tell us they're struggling to make ends meet, that the rent is too high, and there's not a lot of opportunity to start on the pathway to home ownership and ultimately lasting wealth. Community leaders like Kestrel are rolling up their sleeves and getting to work and helping those struggling families find a place to call home. In our work, we know that security of a home means much more to those who don't have it. Without a roof or a bed or a mailing address, it can be nearly impossible to find a job, to attend school, and to truly become independent and self-sufficient. At the Department of Human Services, we have what we call wildly important goals. And we actually have a lot of wildly important goals. We want non-custodial parents who aren't paying child support to start paying and to pay every month. We want all Coloradans to have the opportunity to achieve economic security through meaningful work. And we want to ensure that all Colorado families have access to everything they need to lead well and healthy lives. We know these things don't exist in a vacuum. The dad who's behind on his child support might also be unemployed and experiencing homelessness. His kids might not be making it to school every day, and when they do go, they might be hungry. We know that through a two-generation approach, we can help this family start on a path to security and independence. And one of the crucial steps is making sure they have a safe place to live. That's why the work of the Boulder County Housing and Human Services Department is so important. Our work can't exist in a silo either, and when we step back and examine our work, we see that parents who have kids in quality daycare are able to focus on their jobs throughout the day. We see the continuum of care and services we can provide holistically to the entire family. Boulder County Housing and Human Services is doing something unique and special by recognizing that housing is a crucial component to achieving security and independence. Just ask those affected by the 2013 floods. A lot can change in the blink of the eye when you lose your home, which is part of why I'm so proud to stand here in a community that is prioritizing the needs of those who were displaced by the flood by providing housing units to help address the extremely low vacancy faced by Boulder County in its aftermath. Now, at CDHS, we make it a practice to never shy away from a challenge. And right now, creating affordable housing in Colorado is a significant challenge, one that affects too many Coloradans. Kestrel, and the work being done right here in Louisville, is an example of a group of people who have stepped up to the plate and took a swing. We need more leaders who will work within the community to try to solve our state's challenges. That's who we are in human services and who we are in Colorado. That's how we work to end poverty and homelessness in Colorado for good. And this is just the beginning. We're laying the foundation today for a stronger Colorado for generations to come. And we're going to keep working to improve the quality of life for everyone in our state. Thank you so much.